because I love my heights. I got this horribly dangerous ladder that collapses like a telescopically. You can see where they're probably. And I want to be about 14 feet up when I put this rope across the strap between two trees. I don't think I need a picnic table. In the age of technology, this is made possible with a remote controlled winch. The dangerous, horrifying part is over, and now I get the fun part to assemble this tent and see how high I can get it to the tree. No tools to set it up, and it doesn't look easy to set up. Not too shabby. What makes this hyper magical is that I got a remote control winch. So I can actually get inside this thing. I don't see this going very high because of the slack in there, but let's see if it can hold me. Now you can't lose steam. So I want to conserve my battery power. I can't be going up and down all night. As fun as it looks, it is just that fun. All right, where's the screen? There isn't one. That's a separate attachment they sell. I do have a fly that covers the whole thing. It's a waterproof thing, but I think we'll be okay tonight because we're not expecting any rain. The forecast is always 100% accurate. So just kind of like sleeping under the stars here, but in this little thing. And no better time for step 2 than in my cocoon, and that's what it's called. They're not sponsoring me, but I found it on Amazon and it's pretty cool. And that winch that's lifting it up, I don't even know the brand of that, but it's from Princess Auto, which is the Canadian version of Harbor Freight. So I'm gonna wear this battery out tonight. There's little attachments I could tie on to stop it from spinning, but that takes some of the fun away. You can hear some rushing water over yonder. I gotta go check that out. I'm suspecting a windstorm came through and they cleared out all these dead trees. Almost slipped there. On this tree here, you can see these things that look like claw marks. Believe it or not, those things that look like claw marks are claw marks. And I don't think I have to say what. Oh, I like it. An unofficial little camping area in a campground. Fantastic. That's my style. This is a provincial recreation area, which is an official campground, not quite a provincial park, our version of the state parks out here. And it is really nice. There's hardly any people, not a lot of services, but that's okay. I don't need much to be happy. All I need is basically what's right here. Who needs any more than that? That's my campsite right up there. Gonna have awesome white noise tonight from that rushing creek. And better start a fire because it's starting to cool off quite a bit. I've obviously got my hat on, my toque as we call it in Canada, and several jackets. Nature, drink it in. My tent is exactly how I suspended it, so I'm very happy. If this is a little higher, you could actually see it working as a bear deterrent to keep them from gobbling you up. I'm very glad that the campsite beside me has nobody in it because they'd be asking questions, want to go for an elevator ride up and down on the tent, you know. So it's relaxing for me to be here with the sound of rushing creek, with no neighbors. There's some people further down yonder, but it's no concern of mine. Trying to start this fire. Yes, there are a lot of fire bans going on in the province right now, but this is not one of those places. We got a whole bunch of rain over the last 48 hours. So I have no concerns with having a fire, and it's allowed, but I'll keep a close eye on it. Not light it with sparklers or anything, because you don't do that. Yep, right. Time for a tour of the inside of this thing. We're gonna go for a ride. Leaning back, it levels out a lot better. If you're sitting on this front part, it kind of slants forward, but my remote control here, let's go for a ride. So this is obviously severely cool. I'm trying to get this thing to spin around somehow so I can see the creek behind us instead of just the rest of this nonsense. This is amazing. This is a little cliff right here, goes down to the creek. This thing, although it's curved on the bottom when I'm sitting in it, it doesn't feel like a hammock where you're kind of like a banana. It's actually, I think it's going to be very comfortable. And yeah, I don't feel any pressure on like my shoulders or joints or anything. This is downright majestic. Okay, after all that I've put it through, looks like 2 bars out of 3, so that's all right. I've done a few foil pouch dinners in my time, and people do miss them. There's been a few videos where I've done them, and they're nice and easy, pretty much impossible to burn. You can throw whatever you want in them. Onions. I'm working with what I could get from the small general store here in town. Left in a bit of a rush because it was so smoky and the fires were a little close, and we weren't evacuated, but we were prepped for evacuation. Garbage is safe and sound, as is the acreage. Everything's ready to go there if there is an issue. But I figured, why hang around there in the meantime in the smoke? Why can't go camping and film videos? And I've blazed the trail westward to be able to do this. No fresh veggies at that store, so canned corn, beef patties, a little dilapidated. Oh, this is getting way too big already. I won't even try to pronounce this, but in lieu of salt and pepper, a healthy dose of this. Don't Google how they make it. Double layers, because this is going to leak, guaranteed. I really think I burned this. Get to the table. I was messing around with that winch because the light stays on all the time. And if I want to lift it up and down, I think it'll drain the battery. So I've been charging that and focusing on that and neglecting my foil pouch. So, okay, potato wise, oh yeah, pretty good on this side. Doesn't smell burned one bit. Okay. It's not bad, really. Okay, I can eat this. I'll be all right. Very potatoey. You know, crispy. This light stays on all night. And obviously, this is not designed for what I'm using it for. So for most applications, this is great. So I've had to recharge it to ensure that in the morning, I can get back down again. Because that would be an awkward situation. I suppose I could jump right down, but, you know, I still have to get it out of the tree somehow. Looks fully charged. In here. So far, the only downside I have to say is everything you have with you rolls right to the bottom of this. So there's no side pouches in it or anything like that, because clearly these are not meant to actually be camped in. People put these in their yards and impress their neighbors with how cool they look, but there's some potential here with a few modifications that would definitely make things a little bit nicer in here. But I'm gonna crawl into See, look, I got like the tripod in here and all this other great stuff. It's going to be a little irritating for the night, but that's okay. You know, I can put up with this for how cool the adventure is here. And yeah, I'll just twirl around in the wind here tonight. Let's, I don't know, there's a spot up there I can, looks like I can attach my light onto. But yeah, nothing else. It's a real basic situation. I'm pretty hunkered down here. Definitely got all this stuff rolling right towards me, and I can't truly fully stretch out in here. It is allegedly 6 feet, but it sounded good to me because I'm 5'11". I thought, yeah, that's perfect. 6 feet, more than enough. Got an inch to spare. But you don't realize that your feet like lay out a little further than your actual height. Perfect. I'm just going to dangle here for the next 8 hours or so, and catch you guys in the morning. Good morning, world. That was fun. It was not bad. There is a little bit of a sag to it. You sleep right in the middle of this little thing, but it's okay. It's a little on the small side, being the 6 foot diameter, but that's okay. Like, they're not designed for this. Nobody in the right mind would actually just use this for camping. So I'll be happy to hang this up somewhere in my yard or on my patio, that's for sure. But for camping, it was neat for one night. But I'm going to see if this remote is going to work for the winch. Moment of truth, because I was concerned about that light being on the winch all night. So let's see. I'm planning to continue my journey to try and avoid the smoke and avoid the snow, because yes, it is supposed to snow. Believe it or not, I'm not overly surprised, but I'd like to avoid it if possible. So I'm looking at the weather schedule, that's not a real thing, weather forecast. I'm planning my schedule based on the forecast. And I'm heading south. How far south, I'm not sure, but I'm going to just have the back of the SUV set up so I can camp in it. All off-grid. Solar panels, the whole bit. There we go. I really despise these ladders. They're heavy, they're hard to work. They're dangerous. But for a camping ladder, it's okay, I suppose. Fits in the car. I've been on the road camping for about 3 days, and my car looks like I've been living in it for years. So, I'm trying to get organized a little bit. You might notice a new addition. Roof racks. They're suction cuppy type things, and I put them on because there's a project I'm going to be doing over the next few days and weeks, and I'm kind of just going to be traveling a lot. So I'm going to rig something up on the roof. Stay tuned for that. It should be ridiculous as always. Anyway, I'm going to find a lot of new uses for that new winch toy to play with until it breaks, according to the reviews. Thankfully, it didn't last night, so then I stayed suspended peacefully without plummeting to my demise.